Right, so yeah, you certainly all four can gather there and position yourselves however you like, and I'll assume that you've arrived and you can begin the intervention. We love you very much, Mark. We're here because we love you. And I'll let you know if I need any of you for anything.
Hey, okay, so listen, you don't remember anything from yesterday, right?
Nope.
Nothing.
Nope.
Does that strike you as a little odd?
A bit.
Why, why don't you think you can remember anything?
I don't know, I was drinking a bit hard on the night before, but not that hard.
Right, so you blacked out for 24 hours?
I guess.
Have you ever blacked out like that since becoming Kindred?
Nope. Nope.
I have a question for you. Not to hit you from all sides here, but what is the last thing you remember? I mean, can you describe the events in the Excalibur? What exactly happened? That is where you said you were, right?
I was getting my drink on, partying. David called me about the thing. I kept drinking, and then it's sort of a blur. There was, I think, some fog, but yeah, I mostly got
Fog.
out.
Fog, you said?
Dude, things like a blur. They had a fog machine at the Excalibur. Shit was tight.
Because,
Dude, you should have seen the light. They were going off the fog, and the music was thumping. It's crazy.
because that was one of the things that the people at the Saucy Lady were talking about. The fog that came right before the attack.
The Excalibur has, I believe, a fog machine. It's just a coincidence.
Can
And I
you
was...
just... never mind.
Go ahead.
Good.
I don't know what you're talking about, and I forget what I was talking about.
You were talking about the fog machine at the Excalibur, how it has one. And what's with all the movement around there, Marcus?
I'm just walking around, man. Can a guy walk out?
So here's the thing. 2 nights ago, I and somewhere in Maine was attacked by something, a flesh-crafted, flesh-sculpted monster. And right around the time that it attacked, you completely dropped off the grid for an entire day when we really could have used you.
Well, I'm sorry, these things happen. I can plainly remember being at the Excalibur, which is not the Saucy Lady.
In
Last
which
I checked,
case,
anyways.
in which case, we really need to talk about your drinking.
Huh?
If you're getting drunk enough that you disappear for entire days at a time when the coterie might need your help, that's a problem.
I don't have a problem.
Well, we might have a problem with it.
And what do you tell me? What do you think I should do about it?
Self-moderate a little bit. I mean, if for fuck's sake, Marcus, if you were drinking so much that you disappeared for an entire day right when our domain is getting attacked, that's a pretty big fucking deal.
I had to step away unexpectedly. There's a little bit of emergency that any of you, like, that did something pop up that I needed to handle.
No, we've just been talking.
Alright, I didn't know if there's any questions I had to field. Sorry about that.
I don't think I have a problem. This is the first time this has happened.
Well, this is a pretty big time for it to have happened.
Our control over Astoria is based on the fact that we all pitch in and help to control Astoria. If some of us just disappear, that weakens all of us.
Do you understand where we're coming from?
Whatever.
No, don't give me that. Listen, you're my friend. I'm not... I just want to make sure that we can all handle this, all right? I need to know that we can rely on you for stuff.
You're not exactly giving me a whole lot of enthusiasm here. And that was the wrong word, whatever.
Now, listen. I'd like to think that you do have enough self-control to at least be around when we need you. So, please don't get offended when I say this, but, I mean, there was a flesh-crafted monster, you disappeared for a day, you have a gap in your memory. Does that sound kind of like a story that you guys told me when I woke up? Sound kind of like the shit, maybe?
I don't know what you're getting out of character, so I don't know what the hell you're talking about, actually.
I mean, the sheriff is under the impression that he never went to see Vsevolod Cerveni, but all of you are pretty sure he did, that his mind's been messed with. He doesn't remember any of it. Is it possible, perhaps, Marcus, that you just don't remember what happened?
Anything is possible in this city.
Do you want Marcus? Do you want Byron to see if he can find anything?
Well, the last thing I want is a person poking around my fucking head.
Well, what do you think happened? Do you think you...
I don't fucking know, okay?
Well, that's why I want to talk it out.
I have this giant king migraine, and this isn't helping it.
So to go over specifically what Marcus remembers, of course, he after he woke up, he of course remembers everything normal with the whole conversation with David and what have you, regards to spotting the snowman, and he certainly remembers having dreamed about it. He remembers, however, being in the Club Excalibur and getting drunk and losing himself in his memories, as he is so wont to do, trying to forget everything, trying to forget betraying Theo Bell, trying to forget the horrors of war, trying to forget whatever it is that might pop up in his brain. There was a female who spilled a dress. Not a spilled. God damn
Still the
it,
dress
Grimith.
day. My evening just got a whole lot better.
Well, that certainly might have been involved as well. You were so overly intoxicated. Certainly, got a drink on your jeans, and lots of giggling involved. But you had yourself a glorious good time, and that's when things sort of black out, and you don't remember the whole process of traveling back home. You don't remember the whole process of sleeping in an entire day. You just know that when you woke up, you were only missing 2 points of blood from your system, and you were not injured at all.
I mean, yeah, there you go.
Then, well, I mean, it's one of two bad things. Either someone's been messing with your head, or you're kind of going overboard, and I'm not sure if we can trust you.
Marcus, for the time being, while we're getting these problems sorted out, can you just cut back on the drinking a little, cut back on the finding ones with a bit of something in their system until we get this sorted? We have an eternity to party. We have all of forever to do what we want. But that's if we survive the next month, year, decade, century. So as long as we're still struggling, it's better if we keep everything a little bit more orderly.
I've tried drinking blood. I've tried drinking blood from non-intoxicants. I just throw it back up.
Such a problem.
Oh.
Whatever's wrong with me, I can't fix it.
How? Oh. Jesus, Marcus. How
David,
much?
David, you know more than anyone else what the fuck I went through.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, Byron's going to step in here and say, look, from what I've known of Marcus for the last few months, this is the first time it's ever been an issue. He's never just totally ignored a phone call, especially not for more than 24 hours. I don't think he has a drinking problem in this case, especially since that's all he can feed on, it seems like. I'll just ask you a question, Marcus. Is it, I don't know. It just seems odd that it would be, there'd be an attack the same night that you went missing with a gaping hole in your memory, which has never happened before.
And something you dreamed of, and the same night David ran into a similar problem. Just a moment, I actually have to disappear for like a minute.
Obfuscate 4, away!
Listen, Marcus. What?
And one by one, they all fall away, leaving just Marcus and Krypsyn.
This is the best idea ever.
Yeah, no, man. I got a jet too. I got important shit. Yeah.
Listen, Mars, I'm not going to accuse you of anything. We don't know, sure, but I mean, this seems weird to you, right? Like as weird as it does to us.
I think it seems weird having an intervention when I'm a vampire.
Byron will smile and nod at that.
Yeah, no, I'm on board with that. But listen, I'm not going to make you do anything. But if you think there's any chance that someone's been poking around in your head, Do you maybe want to let Byron just check? I'll tear his head off I'll tear his head off if I think he's fucking around in there.
Well, how do you know if he's going to be fucking around in there? You don't have any psychic abilities.
Well, maybe I've got a bit of a bullshitometer.
Last thing I know is a fucking blue blood poking around my brain.
Well, I'll tell you what. All it is me checking to see if memories have been changed at all. I can do that. I don't need to do anything else. And it's not me digging around. I'll just see if I think anything's been changed or not.
If it'll get you both to be quiet about this, I guess. Just fucking do it. I don't care anymore.
I'll nod. I'll say, all right, well, have a seat. This shouldn't be too trying. And I was looking at it while you guys were talking. It's if I'm not at least the same level as whoever changes memories, if it happened, I can't even do it. I mean, it's going to come back as no memories are changed regardless. But I can definitely roll wits plus empathy if it's necessary.
Wits plus subterfuge, difficulty equal to the target's current willpower points.
It says wits plus empathy. Am I reading the wrong part?
I'm looking at the Forgetful Mind section. It says wits plus subterfuge.
Yeah, it says to restore, remove memories, or sense false ones in a subject.
Ah, yes. I apologize. I was in the wrong section there.
Yeah, no problem. It's just at the bottom of the first column on 154. I'll do wits empathy, which actually is the same roll, so it's not even a big deal.
It's difficulty 2, by the way, so,
No, I think it's...
Don't fuck up.
Difficulty equal to the original vampire's permanent willpower rating.
Oh, I read it as the original, as the one that dominated him, not as the victim. I mean, either way, I mean, I guess your way makes more sense.
I think it's related to his permanent willpower. I don't know what the hell original means in that situation.
Yeah, either way, it looks like 3 successes.
2, so you mean once, that's good, sir.
No, I mean, if it's difficulty 2, then I mean, I had 5 successes and
No,
2...
it's his permanent willpower.
It'd either be difficulty 4 or difficulty whatever, if the original vampire ends up referring to whoever did it, if there's something that's been done. You go ahead and, it does go ahead and take some time. You end up spending about half an hour tinkering around and, not changing anything, just staring, and looking through things and sort of asking pointed questions like a hypnotist. I mean, you reviewed the events in Marcus's head. About the only thing you discover that's out of place is that you now know where Marcus's haven is. And that's it. Everything else seems legit.
Oh, can you do that with this ability? I didn't know that you could actually get information. You could just restore them or figure out if they've been changed.
You're certainly going to figure out information as you're rifling through someone's memories.
Okay, well, that's fine. I just didn't know that it's more powerful than I thought it was then. Yeah, all right. Well, then I will break it off and say I can't detect any changes.
Well, all right then. In that case, just don't get blackout drunk and we should be fine.
We need you, Marcus.
Oh, you're
Seriously,
really quiet.
We need you, Marcus.
I heard what he
Seriously,
said. Maybe he didn't want to say it that loud.
Maybe I just...
You're very important to the coterie. You're useful, you're an ally, and you're my friend. So just try and be around when we need you. Right?
Sure.
Well, all right. How are we gonna... Let's try and find this Frosty guy.
Yeah, I hit up the Muncie whatever, um, and got nothing. I couldn't find shit there.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, except for a couple of what I guess are hobo traps, wires and nails and shit. So if we do poke around there again, be careful with the wires, like tripwires laying all over the place.
I guess that at this point we should I don't know, maybe wait to see if the sheriff finds anything.
Well, we're just waiting around then. I got some things I want to check out.
I mean, I'm really open to ideas. Any suggestions? Anyone?
Well, I mean,
Oh, sorry for interrupting. By the way, since the whole process doesn't involve telepathic communication, it is Byron asking Marcus, who's hypnotized a series of questions. David and Joseph also now know the location of Marcus's haven.
right. Okay, that makes more sense.
Fuck you guys.
So you're saying that everyone knows where Marcus's haven is?
Everyone in that room, yeah?
Literally everyone,
And
every vampire in the city now knows.
We were the last ones who didn't know.
Yep, that's everyone now.
Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. I'm going to go get a new haven now.
He gets one from the Soria Estates. She passes it on to Byron.
Of course, Marcus
Passes
being
it on.
hypnotized doesn't very well remember the whole process of someone digging into his head. It's just, he had a migraine when it started, and he had a migraine when it ended.
Still have a migraine.
How would we get you medication for that? I guess we could give it to someone and then have you feed on them.
They have to have alcohol in their system.
Well, those things probably don't mix, so...
I mean,
Yeah,
we could,
actually,
yes. Let's give aspirin to a guy, then give him alcohol so I can drink his blood.
yeah, that totally wouldn't be, you know, dangerously blood-thinning right there. Mixing together two different blood thinners.
Yeah, and
And then having a vampire suck on them.
I don't see a problem with it.
This idea is the best idea.
I'm beginning to see how maybe Marcus blacked out for 24 hours.
Dude, I'm only addicted to alcohol. I'm not addicted to other drugs.
There was that time where he did heroin.
Okay,
That was back
So-
in the 70s.
Marcus, maybe get slightly less drunk people. I mean, they gotta have alcohol in their system, but they don't have
So
to
what do you
fall
want me to
down
do?
drunk, do they?
You want me to go hit up hobos for blood? With like...
No, I'm like if you're at the club, go for the tipsy ones instead of the ones that fall down drunk.
I go for the tipsy ones. I go for the tipsy ones. I'm not dumb.
Alright, fair enough. I guess you just
Because,
kinda...
God, the women just keep coming to me, man.
I guess you just kinda went overboard last night.
Dude, so many bits. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright. Well then, if nobody has any ideas of what to do while we're waiting for the sheriff to get back to us...
Well,
Nobody?
I may have missed it. Did Sean ever tell us what Joseph did and found at the warehouse? Oh, yeah, he was talking about the tripwires.
Yeah, he talked about that. He found diddly fucking squat except for hobo traps.
Right. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we could wait around, but the sheriff is just going to call back, say we're all on crack again. I mean, it's. I think we got to figure this out ourselves. I don't know what to do though. We don't really have any leads.
Well,
right
I mean,
now.
even here's the thing. Even if he doesn't find it at the warehouse, this time there's been a clear breach of the Masquerade. This is something for him to investigate right now, even above and beyond us. So he's sure to find something eventually, somehow.
That said, he doesn't exactly have the roots we do in Astoria, so perhaps we should tap those a little bit and see what we can shake loose, if anything.
That's fair. Oh, and by the way, I did end up giving the sheriff my full dossier on what's been happening.
Good. There's one thing I would like to ask you, David. Did the sheriff give you a list of people that may have been there, witnesses or something like that? That might be an easy way to corroborate and just mark the story and make sure that maybe he wasn't there. I mean, there are things Steve and I could miss with Dominate.
The sheriff?
I meant
Vargas?
I meant Vargas.
No, he didn't, but I could ask for him if you want. But
Yeah, because
I
our
don't know
subtly
if,
famous friend may have been noticed if he actually was a saucy lady.
You know what? I'll get in contact with Vargas. I'll tell you guys if I find out anything.
Fantastic.
Anything else?
No, unless someone else has something.
Nope, nothing.
Well, all right then. I'll get in contact with.
David, do you hear that?
Hear what?
Sounds like that we heard at the Mudsey Hudson place.
David wasn't there.
Like a wailing roar.
Or a keening howl.
I'm gonna toss him my shotgun.
Free shotgun.
Fucking A, do we want to get out of here?
Yeah, let's start moving. Keep together. Safety numbers. Blah blah blah. Get out of here.
Okay.
No, Marcus, get in the car.
You can definitely fit in the car.
It's okay. You can get inside me.
Yeah, you do that entirely too well.
Yes, David's underneath the car now. Perfect. Go, drive.
Wait, where's the car going without us?
Where's Rayan driving all of you? Where are you going?
Why don't we
For the
just go to
moment?
Marcus? Why don't we go to Marcus's place? Because everyone knows what that is now.
But he doesn't know that everyone knows that.
I think it was. I mean, on at least one occasion, he actually said to a vampire, I mean, you know where my place is, right? And they were like, no, why would I? Marcus is actually assuming the trope.
I'm genre savvy.
So, like I said, where are you going?
Assuming nothing's following us for the first minute of driving where the fuck ever,
Nothing's
Wow.
following you. You can make perception plus alertness rolls at difficulty 6, all of you. It's sight-based.
Hey, that means it's difficulty 4 for me.
I'm actually going to trying to listen to see if I can hear what Marcus was talking about.
Hey,
Okay.
I got that 3 successes.
That would be a sort of like a hearing, an awareness type thing, as every time the situation's been called for, it's been awareness as it involved.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so I'll need to roll 4 dice instead.
Oh wait, was that awareness or alertness?
No, I was asking you all to do alertness, so you're fine. It's just that Aaron wanted to do awareness type thing for the purposes of hearing.
Do you want to just remove that final die, or do you want me to re-roll?
Nah, we'll just go ahead and remove the final die. You don't hear anything.
Okay.
Now that you're in the car and you've all boogied away a bit, doesn't look like anything's following any of you. And you don't exactly hear sounds beyond the roar of the car engine.
okay, guys, then, where do you want to go?
Somewhere where if there's a fight, there won't be any serious breach of the Masquerade.
Whatever it is, it doesn't sound like it's following us, so,
Or
unless...
it could be following us and just keeping quiet.
And it seems to pop out of the floor, right? That's kind of our guess from the reports at the nightclub.
Yeah. So, I mean, do we want to sit around, or looking at Byron specifically, do we want to just sit around and wait to see if it's going to pop out of the ground, or do we actually want to go about our things and assume that, hey, it's not trying to kill us at this very second?
Well, I mean, I'm not hearing anything in it right now, so I don't know where it is.
I don't know. My inclination is to play it safe, find somewhere to set up a good, I don't know, somewhere we can fight without violating the Masquerade more than we already have.
Yeah, but if it comes to that, it's going to attack us on its terms, not ours.
Yeah, maybe you're right, but then why does it make that howling? Maybe it's not too tactically sound.
Maybe it can't control it. Could be
Maybe
just
it's
about
just
it.
it could be an animalistic beast. I mean, just because something might choose to fight on its own terms instead of ours doesn't mean we shouldn't prepare anyway.
Yeah, but if it's something like that, it's not going to just disappear all of a sudden and then reappear. If it's something animalistic, it's going to either be chasing us or not chasing us. I say that we
Yeah,
need
maybe you're
to.
right.
I say that we need to get all the information we can as quickly as we can, even if that means not constantly holding up.
All right, well, we should at least work in pairs, just in case. Agreed, disagreed.
Joseph's looking at Marcus and Byron and then pointedly at David, like, so how the pairing's gonna work?
Yeah, probably the two can turn invisible with the two pretty ones. Or split on those lines, rather.
Wait,
Slightly
now,
right.
I was going to say, tell me again why splitting apart is the best course of action here?
We need
Because
as
it lets
much
us
information.
places that others can't. You can ask around. I can't really. I can turn invisible and sneak into places. You can't. But
Fair
we should
enough.
not split it into anything more pairs. We should always have at least one person. Always. Agreed?
Agreed. Do you know what Vargas's hours are? Do you know if he would be at the precinct this late? I'm guessing it's like around 10 or 11 o'clock at the earliest, right?
I've got a number to claim.
Well, I just meant that Marcus
Looking
and I
at
could drop by.
11:37 right now.
Right. Yeah, it's probably too. But anyway, Marcus and I could stop by and pick up, and if he has any lists of people that may have witnessed that thing, we can definitely.
I'm also interested in hearing if there were any eyewitness reports of the moderately famous Marcus Paulson there, just in case you missed something.
Right, exactly. Well, all right. Well, maybe you can do that. It doesn't matter. I'm just not sure where Marcus and I should go.
Neither am I, honestly, I don't see any reason to split up at the moment, but there might be later. I was more just pointing out that we should always work in at least pairs.
All
That
right,
said,
I can agree
where
with
does
that.
everyone want to go?
I don't know. I'm going to call Vargas here from the car and see if he can get me anything.
Yeah, when you do that, make sure you can. I don't know if you grabbed a copy for yourself already. Get those tapes of all the tapes you can of the place, the that club.
Yeah, okay. And then I'll call up Vargas.
Vargas,
Green.
find anything?
Not sure yet. Is it possible to get a hold of a copy of the eyewitness reports and of the tapes?
Definitely, although I don't know how much use they're going to be of you. By all means, like I
Neither do
told
I.
you before on the phone, the cameras did not detect anything out of the ordinary coming in or out, and the eyewitness reports, they're all over the place, David.
Yeah, I'm more looking for a couple of specific details that could possibly tell us more about this.
Well,
They're
he,
long
he
shots.
rifles through a few papers. I actually have the material in front of me. Was there something directly that you could ask that I would know about?
Yeah, actually. Were there any references in the eyewitness reports to Marcus Paulson? He's a musician.
Without missing a beat, he says, "Sure were. Saw him walk into the building. I got it right on tape."
Well, all right then. How clued in is Vargas exactly?
I don't know. How much information did you want him to know?
Well, I mean, he's at least met David face to face, so he knows that there's some kind of crazy shit going on with the group, right?
Yes.
He even if he doesn't know exactly all the rules and everything, he'll probably know that we're vampires. I mean, if would want to make sure that the head here would know if hey, body turns up drained of blood, it was an accident.
Right. In that case, Okay, in that case, he's going to say, well, I have him sitting right here next to me, and for the life of him, he can't remember being there that night.
He pauses and says, well, certainly I wouldn't have to be the one to tell you that in times of great traumatic experience, people have been known to forget just about anything.
Right, right. Listen, I know it's a long shot, but were there any people who were missing rather than dead or injured or accounted for?
Well, we certainly didn't find Marcus Paulson among the individuals who escaped or had died, but being as how he's one of you, I assumed that he escaped somehow.
I hope so. Is there
Well,
anyone
you
else
said
who,
that he was sitting right there next to you. I would hope so too.
I'm
I'm a
just,
ghost.
I'm not ruling out some kind of abduction.
Abduction?
It's
It's only been. If it hasn't been that long, what could they have?
It's
Do I even need to know what they could have done to him?
it's not unknown for memories to be tampered with. But
This point, Joseph's giving David very pointed looks.
David's going to look pointedly right back at him. Listen,
Jim.
it's not unknown for memories to be tampered with, whether with drugs, as I'm sure you're aware, or well, you understand, people waking up with blank spaces in their memories.
Right. What else is it that you wanted to ask me?
Yeah, I just really wanted to get a hold of those records, see if I could run them over, see if I could find any details that you missed because you didn't know what you were looking for.
Certainly not a problem. I can have the material waiting at the front desk for perhaps not you, David, but one of the others.
Right, right. Have it waiting for Byron Rand.
Acknowledged.
And thanks for this. If I really hope we find what did this.
As do I, David. I would rather this not happen again in my precinct.
I'm just glad I'm here to help you find what did it. This might have happened even without us here.
There's a pause, and then he hangs up. And then Frosty the Snowman eats him. No, just kidding.
Frosty the Snowman makes everyone. All right. Yeah, swing us by the police station. We're gonna send Byron in to pick up that stuff.
Is the Majestic on the way to the police station?
We'll say sure. Why not?
Then I'll tell her to swing by and say, I'll step out there for a moment.
Do you
Marcus?
want the ghoul to keep driving everyone else to the police station? Okay.
I want her to drive them too, and throw a look at David if you want to come.
I'll stay in here for now. I need to talk to Marcus.
Okay.
What does Joseph want to do here at the Majestic?
He wants to check out the fog machine.
Wants to check out what?
If there's a fog machine. If there's a fog machine, it doesn't mean much. If there's not...
You mean the Excalibur?
Yeah, the Majestic is the name of the theater. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, you can check out this place that you guys are talking about buying. Yeah, why not?
The Excalibur's what I meant. Damn it.
I'm like, a fog machine at the theater? Preemptive strike. Interesting. Best idea ever. Okay.
By the way, fog machines are not allowed at the theater. Not after what we've been through.
You have to buy your own fog machines at the counter. Okay.
Okay. Now, Marcus?
Ja.
You were at the Saucy Lady. They had videos of you entering, eyewitness reports placing you there. You're a hard figure to miss.
I seem to remember being at the Excalibur, though. I remember going to the Excalibur.
Which I'm sure you can agree is problematic. Listen, we're going to be picking up the eyewitness reports, the videos at the police station. Do you want to watch them with me?
Do I have a choice?
Yeah, totally. You don't have to be involved in this if you don't want to. I understand it might make you uncomfortable.
Fine, I'll watch them with you.
Good. That's what I wanted. Seems that, hell, for all we know, you stopped there only briefly on your way through to somewhere else. We don't know, but you turn up in the reports. Well, let's just see how much.
Okay.
And
Well, see, you three can ride the police precinct easy. It's absolutely zero trouble at all for Byron to go inside. He doesn't even have to blush up, although he can if he so wishes, to avoid drawing more looks and breaking the masquerade than he already has, right?
Yeah, I was about to say he's going to blush up anyway, so I'll do that. It's
Yeah.
unnecessary, but...
Yeah, Byron Rand, you're the person who the information was sent down for, request of the Deputy Inspector himself, given straight to you. It's a big package of data, no questions asked. You're free to go.
All right. I thank the person and turn back around and get in the car.
So it's copies of eyewitness reports, testimony, actual audio transcriptions of all the interviews that were done with every witness, so that you can listen to their voices as well, and of course video footage taken from the camera in front of the Saucy Lady, the camera at the back of the Saucy Lady, the ATM camera. Comprehensive.
Super. I'll hand it over to David and shrug and say, all righty, what next?
well, do one of you have a VCR? Maybe the church?
The ghoul sitting in the driver's seat says, "Oh yes, we definitely have VCRs."
I mean, VCRs are all these days, right, guys?
Well, they're the tip of technology, really.
No, DVDs are out.
Are they?
Yes, they were DVDs first came on the market in 1997.
I remember all the commercials for them too, just like, it'll blow your mind away. People falling off couches and shit, witnessing the glory of it.
We don't have the money to
Fair
cash
enough.
out on D-Player, though.
Fair enough. In that case, then, yeah.
Are they on
of course,
Laserdisc?
everyone uses, VCRs.
They're on tapes. No CDs involved.
Turns out one of them is a Betamax.
It's an 8-track.
Just one of them.
And
Fucking Vargas must have conducted this interview himself. God damn it.
I was almost hoping Mark would just say, yeah, I got a VCR, and then Byron could direct him to his haven.
All right, so we're going to the church, right?
Right, Rain says she's gonna actually stop by Excalibur first. Joseph, doesn't look like there's a fog machine here at all.
That's what I was... I can't say hoping, but, I guess
Expecting.
Yeah. It's just another thing that proves it.
And you go outside, and the vehicle's waiting for you. And your ghoul is sitting all bright and pretty in it.
Thank stepping into the car.
Okay.
And do we know where we're going next?
The church.
Why?
You have a VCR.
Oh, watch the tape. We didn't hear any of your conversation.
I know, it's just great, like,
Right.
what's the reason? You have a VCR. Like, it's like a holy relic or something.
Well,
You
I
have
mean,
a Betamax.
I mean, to be fair, so does David, but you guys aren't invited.
That's so rude. I mean, I open up my hay
Oh,
for
he's
you
not,
guys.
he's not telling you guys that.
Alright. I just thought there was going to be a touching moment down there in David's little hideaway with just him and Marcus eating popcorn, watching tape.
Watching tapes that prove Marcus was abducted and his mind altered.
It's like, well, this is awkward.
Eating popcorn, puking it up together in the corner.
Alright. You all head towards the church, and you arrive at the church. If you want to copy pasta your tokens onto Joseph's church map, by all means, feel free to do so. Let's say that maybe you all move the VCR and the great big box for television out into the main area of the pews and stuff, because it's such a comfortable place to watch.
Did we have that back room? Maybe we should watch tapes that incriminate our coterie members in the back room.
Yeah, you can have a back room, sure, why not?
Well, I mean, David will at least be familiar with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, everyone keep your ears open, just in case you hear that thing coming. You don't know if or when it's going to attack next.
That is an interesting attitude. Keep your ears open.
And I would really prefer to not destroy Joseph's church in the process.
Well,
Well,
we've had this map for a while. It's due.
Yeah, well, I still think that
Oh
the story
my
of
God,
Realty has
yes.
a hole in it at this point. But we'll
I'll go
see.
ahead and put Marcus down there, too.
Yeah, Byron's going to say, well, we don't all have to be down here for this. If you want someone to keep lookout, I'll just go upstairs and see.
So where's the popcorn?
Oh, right there next to the, vomit spittoon. You'll be using one immediately after the other.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll be popcorn first, vomit spittoon second. The other way around might not taste as good.
I mean, you got to get the taste out of your mouth somehow. And actually, you're probably going to vomit it up dry. I mean, I don't think your stomach's working anymore.
Well, maybe we should just hold on.
What if it's popcorn made out of VtM?
Then I want to know how they made it so crunchy and fluffy and warm.
Salt.
What miraculous concoction is this?
Why
It's
do you
the-
think
Salt.
yeah,
It's
why do
the
you
same
think
substance
West
they
Africa got
use.
started?
Yeah, it's the same substance they used to make sure that the streets of New York City were clear after the 3 feet of snow.
You know, if this is what Sevlord can do, I wouldn't mind being, getting on the flesh crafters.
Yeah, no, I'd be on board with that. I mean, I've been on a liquid diet for decades at this point.